What is up, crypto legends? Hope you're doing good. Let's analyze the situation. All right, guys, how's everyone doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. Let's take a look at what's going on here with Bitcoin. What a massive range that we've had today. We're going to go through some scenarios. I've had an insane day trading day. Inside of all of this range, we're going to go through some scenarios and, of course, explain where I have been trading, what trade I am in right now as well. I'm in a short position from this high range of 25k. I'm going to explain why, and maybe some of you can assume why this range over here was a good short. I'm going to explain it right away before we go through the comment section and take a look at some possibilities on Bitcoin right now. Well, we have lost the point of control. We've claimed these highs over here. My next stop for me, in my personal opinion, is claiming this low over here and this one right over here potentially. So this is one of the main reasons why this was actually a good short position. We're going to go through some day trades, scalping scenarios that there has been also inside of this range where you could have taken opportunities of the market, and how you could, train your eye to take advantage on the next potential consolidations and movements. But basically here, to keep it simple, right, we had some news coming out today, okay? So this was a bit of a dangerous movement, okay? But it was, at the end, a failed breakout from this high and from this high over here, as you can see, tapping the highs of this consolidation and having that major pullback, giving you the possibility of entering on this movement to the upside. Now, I'm still in this short position. I've taken some profits, but I'm willing to hold some of it to the lows of $24,000 range, right? Where we are heading that way. I'm going to hold some of that position open, but as you can see, entering after the failed breakout right over here on the retracement, almost getting stopped out, because if we do take a look here at this price action, okay, zooming in on the chart, idea here to have very good risk to reward from a failed breakout from some highs, getting a massive wick to the downside, and then from a pivot low to pivot high, you can enter, for example, at the 618 Fibonacci. This one went even to the 7.8 and even the 0.88. I was thinking, I'm actually going to get stopped out on this one because I entered around about this range here between the 618, 7.8, getting into that level over here, stop loss here, but finally rolling down, as you can see, after this failed breakout that we've had from these highs. Okay, so right over there was a good shorting opportunity. Let's take a look at there's been so much going on here in this range that has been absolutely phenomenal, and I want to keep this, of course, first 10 minutes approximately of this live stream educational, right? Let's keep it educational. Let's explain, the scenarios. And yeah, we'll continue, taking a look at the comment section and taking a look at some possibilities here. Let's see if we do get some spikes of volatility here. This massive big volume candle was when we had this event over here, the PPI coming out. Okay, what else? What did we have? PPI and retail sales. That was at 1:30. This was about 2 hours ago. We had a bunch of volatility with pretty high volume. We want to stay very cautious when we have these news events because you can FOMO into a long position, right? You're seeing high volume. I mainly stay away, the first 10-20 minutes when this happens, because I don't want to be exposed to that volatility. However, after half an hour, then yeah, I will trade it. Once the market has calmed down and I see the levels being respected, then I'll do some trading, but not during the news. I don't want to be exposed to that volatility, as it is a likely scenario I could get stopped out, right? We're looking at probability trade scenarios, and when there's news out there, I don't have high probability. I have probability in getting stopped out. So this is why I try and avoid trading the news. So let's go through the comment section, guys, and if you want, we can go through, what has happened here, what has happened, in this range, over here as well. latest trade that I could explain to you right now, the one that I'm in, is this failed breakout from this high over here, getting in on the retracement, and moving to the downside. Right, take profit zone for me obviously was that point of control, right, which was right over here at $24,700. Right there, we're just breaking that low. So I would expect, we're not having too much volume at the moment on the lower time frames, but I would assume, right, if these highs have been claimed right over here, there is a high probability that this low right over here can be claimed, in possibility of this low over here at 23,000, basically the $24,000 level. There is a possibility in actually claiming the low here in the next coming hours. So let's take a look at the comment section. I can take a share with you some trading scenarios, some patterns, some levels at this range. Share with you also some day trades that I've taken here and some scalps. And let's go through the comment section. First of all, say hello to the community. Most importantly, Green Stimmy, banks are being bailed at no cost to taxpayers. Inflation is coming down. Fed pivot is occurring. Risk assets are pumping. Gold is pumping. DXY is pumping. I'm lost for words. Yes, what and why? It's crazy. It's a bit of a crazy environment that we are right now, because inflation's down to 6%. This is really good, will this continue till the end of the month, till the end of the year? If inflation does go down to 2%, then maybe the Federal Reserve can pivot and get interest rates down, and then we'll see assets skyrocket, and maybe the money printer is going to go on drastically to save the economy. We just don't really know the timing. Can it be this year or can it be in 2 years? We just don't really know the exact timing. But overall, inflation is getting under control little by little, but it is. I think it was at the beginning of the year. Oh no, sorry, by the end of last year, it was round about 10%. So, it is coming down. Right. Father Time, I'm right there. How are you doing, Father Time? Thanks for joining. Good afternoon, Spaceland. Green Andy, the GOAT of volume trading. Have you ever considered using oscillators like Market Cipher, etc. to scalp trade more often? No, I haven't actually. No. But volume strategy is absolutely phenomenal. I explained to some of my community how this large retracement that we had here yesterday, there was a really nice trading scenario here to be taken on yesterday's movement, right? Taking a look at the lower time frames, of course, on that, such as the 3 minute, the 1 minute, okay, when we have very aggressive volume to the downside, okay, and we are in a very aggressive corrective move. What is likely to happen when we have these volume spikes is that you are likely to test the lows that you have been creating. Okay, so the best example here, the highest probability scenario right over here, after waiting for these high volume spikes to the downside. And of course, this is for scalping. Okay, we need to be aware that we have massive volume to the upside, and we are coming close to a big range of support, right, where there's been massive price action. But that doesn't that doesn't mean you cannot scalp short. Absolutely, yes. Why not? If we're having that momentum on the lower time frames, such as the 1 minute and 3 minute, who cares what's happening on the higher time frames? I want to get in and I want to get out of the market. I'm scalping. I'm getting in this trade that can last, 5, 10, 20 minutes. Who cares what's happening, on the higher time frames? We're day trading as well. We're scalping the major trends. And of course, easiest way to explain this, of course, I didn't take this trade, okay? I didn't take it. I've got to say, I didn't trade it. But if I would have been in front of the computers, I would have traded it. Now, just quickly explain, okay? Because as you are moving down from this range, we want to keep this educational, guys. I know people love the education as well. Not all of you guys are waiting for trading setups. And by the way, a setup that we talked about yesterday during that was it CPI data that we had? I can't remember now, but there was a news event, right? I think where we had the pump of Bitcoin absolutely exploding, right? So what basically, that finally did play out pretty nicely, it was the only trading scenario that we talked about on yesterday's live stream, but it did play out, right? Where we had the massive breakout move here. As you can see, it was this one right over here, okay? I'm not sure if you guys remember. It was a bit dangerous as this was a volume created by the CPI data. Mainly bullish, of course, because it was down to 6%, the inflation, and we got this major resistance daily level that got that massive breakout with volume and got a bounce. And yesterday, during that live stream, I did not take this trade, but it was the only kind of day trade scalp there that I did see, possible, right, to have that bounce here quickly from that 24,800 all the way to the high. So that did play out. If whoever held some of that position, then of course made really nice profits, okay, all the way up here, of course. But you need to take profits. Because whoever longed at this range and is still in that long position, well, probably got stopped out if you didn't move your stop loss to break even or take profits, right? You would have got stopped out. Stop loss here was below here, the lows. So yeah. Anyway, was the quick long trade. Let's go back here and explain this price action to the downside, okay? Massive volume and price action to the downside. What do we love here is, of course, retracing all the way back to the highest volume candle. We got this volume candle over here yesterday at 7 o'clock Central European time, okay? And what happened right there, of course, we got the low range. All of this low range, if the price would have been retraced to this range of high volume, it's a potential rejection level. However, we broke down with high volume. We did not retrace to the range to come back down and test the lows. So no trade to be taken. Next range where we do have high volume, guys, hang on 1 second to just delete that, is this one right over here, where we do have this low range, as you can see on the chart. So after creating that consolidation, we finally broke down again with high volume, as you can see right over here. What did the price action do? It retraced and got a reaction on the lower time frames. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 candles on the 3-minute time frame, not the 1 minute, reacting to this high volume range. What does the price action do? It comes back down and tests the lows, guys, and this is basically a high probability trade scenario. Yeah, this was a great trade yesterday. You guys can see it. It's keeping it simple, keeping it easy. It's volume strategy, retrace to that level. This was yesterday. I'm not looking at price action from a few weeks ago. This does happen almost every single day. Now, maybe I'm going to go to this price action over here, because maybe a lot of you are going to be thinking, hey, we had a kind of a volume breakout as well with this CPI data, with the PPI, I think it was, today. Anyway, today's news that happened at 1:30. And we had a massive move to the upside, but then a massive move down. This is why I want to be really aware of trading the news events. Because if we take a look at the 1 minute time frame, for example, okay, I could give you a quick example here of the volume strategy playing out pretty well. Well, there was a big resistance zone here inside of this range, okay, where you have these highs at 24,630, right? We've got a nice range of highs right there, okay, as you can see right here. Bang, 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 several times, and you suddenly have a volume breakout. Okay, it is a high volume, but then you had the news volume, which is much higher as usual, but then you have this high volume break here, and then this retracement to this range. This is it was in the middle, kind of just slightly before the news. Then we had the news. It was a difficult moment to trade this, but overall, if you would have longed at this level with your stop loss below the last higher low and below the start of the major pump here of the volume, right? So you got a lot of volume right there with this price action, as you can see here on the chart, right? Obviously stop loss below the low, almost getting stopped out, but you're looking for that bounce for this highly respected level, right? This was today, guys. This was today, this morning, just a few hours ago. Obviously you're getting into that long, looking for this high to be claimed. Of course, you had the news event. Then obviously that was a take profit zone, but a little bit risky because you did have news coming out here. Now you might think to yourself, hey, the volume strategy didn't work here, right? We had a massive move up, kind of got a reaction from the highs here, but then it dumped heavily, right? So, whoever's trading this news volatility is getting exposed to volatility to the downside as well, not only to the upside. This is why we explain on the channel that, when we are trading these news events, you are exposing yourself to some kind of volatility up and down, highs and lows. Then the price action is going to stabilize and is going to go to the direction it needs to go. So this is why, when there's news out there, I want to stay very much aware of trading this, because what could happen is you could pump and you could dump straight down. Okay, so this is why it's so important, that we are trading the technical analysis. We're not trading the news, because the news is just going to break the technicals. But when there is no news events, the levels do get respected. Real volume from whales that are moving the price, okay, are getting respected very much. So, just something I wanted to point out there. There has been a few Gartley patterns, but let's just wrap it up here, because if not, I'm just going to be talking of what has happened, right? Instead of talking of what's going to happen and what are the most important levels to watch here in the next coming hours and potential scenarios. Who cares what happened yesterday and today? I just want to explain, guys, what I have seen on the chart and where I've been doing my trading. It's really important to explain for if you want to be a trader. If you are looking every single time on different YouTubers to follow some potential trade scenarios, then that is not the way to go. The way to go is educate yourself and you finally getting into those trade scenarios yourself. Stop relying on people for those trading setups and start trading yourself. But going back here to what I wanted to explain, Gartley pattern right over here. It was a Gartley range. This was a Gartley range over here. Okay, well, we're coming up to the 7-8, but getting a bit of volatility. But where we do get that consolidation is exactly at the 7-8. You do get a bit of volatility to the upside, but this one finally comes down to the 618 from C to D, and also comes to the second profit range, which is the C point right over here. Of course, there's another harmonic pattern inside of the range, which is not as beautiful. It's a little bit, it's not as beautiful, but basically it's from here to here, then to here, down to the 7-8 right over here. I managed to get into a quick long position. I took some profits very quickly and protected position, then got stopped out with this momentum to the downside. But yeah, what I want to explain here as well is it was a bit difficult because we had the daily open as well. Let me just get, price action here. Let me get the SVP, the session volume profile. Many things to explain right there, right over here. So you got the daily open right over here, daily open right there. And basically you had also a very strong resistance support, so you got this support if you're getting into this harmonic pattern right there. okay, which was a quick bounce here to the upside, you almost hit it. You're not hitting the 618, which is your take profit zone, but you need to be aware that this is a huge resistance zone. As you can see, it's been proven to be support, right? It's you've had that momentum to the downside, hitting the 7-8 and getting that bounce. And on the lower time frames, it is true that volume was slightly higher, okay? I mean, you need to be a bit of a sniper here and be very, very defensive and analyze the situation. But if you take a look at the volume from the movement down here, it was slightly higher, okay? So this was basically the long scenario from that Gartley pattern, and taking, protecting position and taking profit rate basically from once you claim these highs, because it is resistance basically. It is resistance. You got high volume to the downside. You need to be a little bit aware of the possibilities here of getting that movement back down. More things here. Oh yeah, another thing, of course, why we could have got that bounce, why we did get that first little bounce from this range, guys, was because of the value area low from this trading zone. If we do take a look at this trading zone, that value area low from this entire trading zone from yesterday and today was exactly right over here, which was that 7-8 from this Gartley pattern, right? You're looking for the 7-8 right there, 7-8, 7-9 to get that bounce from the value area low as well, okay? So you did get that small little bounce. I was expecting slightly higher, but definitely worth taking profits and protecting position. Got stopped out at break even from the rest of the position with this move down. This move down was a fake out. Got a perfect bounce from a weekly level that we have here. This weekly level is from, we can take a look at it right now, but got a really nice bounce from that weekly level. I think someone from the Legends Trading Masterclass did actually long that weekly, which is this one right there, okay, from weekly close from February, weekly close and open, getting that really nice bounce. It hasn't been an easy environment, okay? This range hasn't been easy. It's not an easy range to get into trading scenarios. So yeah, right now, what is happening, to keep it simple, we're not having much volume on the lower time frames, with the slightly more volume to the downside. Yeah, I think what is happening here is that you're likely going to get rejected. Not the best looking thing here for a volume strategy. Breakout, you hardly have any volume from this range. You have some spikes in volume right there. But yeah, overall, I think there's a higher chance that you are gonna move down from this range. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here and take a look at the point of control from this range. Very difficult, choppy action, guys. It's just very, very choppy. I like these ranges to trade, not gonna lie. I do like them. I do like them to trade. I've done a bunch of trading today. I'm very, very happy with my trading today, but it's not easy. You're basically getting the perfect touch at the point of control right now from this volume traded range. So you got the point of control, and we got the daily open as well, I think. Take a look at the daily open. Sorry about this, guys. You're probably saying, what the hell is this guy talking about? He's got a mess of a chart. But I want to take a look at the daily open, and we'll leave it right there. Daily open right here. Just getting kind of rejected from the daily open and the point of control. Let's get a few things out of the way here. But yeah, basically below the point of control at the moment, we haven't got much volume, okay? there's not much volume that we have right now on the charts. Yeah, right. Let's take a look at the comment section. We've got a Gartley pattern here. It's not the most perfect Gartley pattern, but you know, at the end of the day, it is one. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. We got the low here to this high, to this low, to this high, to the 7-8, but very extended 7-8. Almost kind of getting stopped out from your potential entry point right there. Stop loss here, entry point here. You're looking for the 618 from this high to the low, which is it's basically already hit. Very difficult trading range, guys, because I mean, look at this. You're just making a lot of volatility here during the news. Yeah. Let's go through right away the comment section, and then we can analyze some potential scenarios. Okay, let's see if we do get a bit of volume coming out in here, and taking a look at some major levels where we could get rejected. Obviously right now we're below the point of control. We are below the point of control right now, so I would assume, I mean, a really good trade, of course, would have been all the way up here just a few hours ago, which is basically the failed breakout retracement to the range to give you an opportunity to get into a short position, like I just explained at the beginning of the live stream. And what would be the easiest thing for me right now? I mean, where we at right now, I think there's higher probability that this low is going to be claimed than this high over here. Right, that's my take on the charts at the moment. There's higher probability in claiming the weekly of 24,200 than actually getting back to 25,200, where we at right now. We actually created a failed breakout from this low over here and hitting the weekly level. So it was a fast trade right there. We got a low right there, failed breakout over here. You're hitting the weekly level as well, and you're getting a big fat bounce all the way back up to the point of control range, right? Which is right over here. So that wouldn't have been a bad trade. That wouldn't have been a bad trade right there. Longing at the 24,300, taking profits at 24,800 right there, just hitting the point of control. Was also a good trade right there. Best trading scenario for me right now would be actually see how we're going to claim this low over here. Not this one. Let's get the failed breakout highs out of the way. Seeing how we're going to claim this low over here. For a potential trade, we want a small little double bottom or something, and then maybe a big fat bounce following that double bottom, you know, a failed breakout. Or second option would be seeing how we're going to claim this low even better. You know, that is even a better trade scenario. If we do come all the way down there, and you know, whatever the price action does next, you know, coming down to that level, bang, having all of these lows taken. So take those lows out of the way, and then you are potentially looking for a bounce here. That would be even a better, you know, liquidity grab below $24,000 for a potential bounce. Of course, we need to see that level proven to hold, right? So, I mean, if we do zoom in on this range, and this is the 3-minute time frame, check out here how you've claimed this low, and you've had, you know, that volatility on the lower time frame. So you are getting a reaction. Look at this. You are claiming the low and you're hitting a weekly level. What happens on the lower time frames is that you get a reaction. You're getting 1, 2, 3. You know, these reactions are what we are looking for, you know, for our highest probability trade scenarios, to either jump in and put a stop loss below the low, basically. It's not easy. Not an easy setup. Not an easy setup here. I mean, this low did actually claim the low again, right? When you had this low swing failure pattern, you claimed the low again. So you probably would have jumped into a trade, maybe got stopped out, maybe not. I mean, depending how close you leave it to the wick. I usually say, you know, leave it, give it a little bit of room, because you could get one more wick. Give it a bit of room, not much, because you want to have good risk management, but you don't want to get stopped out many times, right? So, so yeah, right now below point of control, I would want to see, to be confident with any other trade scenario. I mean, this is resistance at the moment. We're not gonna lie, it is resistance. So when I take a look at this volume traded range, we're just at the point of control at this moment. Beautiful bounce from the value area low as well again here. Yeah, I think we're likely to get a rejection from this range. However, the volume is relatively low. Even though it's low, it is higher than this move to the upside. Yeah, it would be nice to see these candles finally getting still in the range. You know, if we see that exhaustion in the next coming minutes, I would say that we are likely to get that move down back to the value area low. Volume is still saying down. Volume pressure is still higher to the downside. Proven level of support, proven level of resistance. We've got one rejection, second attempt rejection would be ideal right now. If it starts consolidating, you know, you have a high chance to jump into short to get that momentum to the downside. Yeah, let's see if this does happen. We would have to see a couple of 1 minute candles, because you are attempting to break the resistance again here from this high. Would be nice to see a rejection, would be nice to see exhaustion. You know, when you see this kind of price action, you know that this is the possibility of breaking through. So you don't want to just yet jump in. You want to see that exhaustion, and who cares jumping in here, here, or here after seeing the exhaustion of this attempt, right? So would patiently wait for that exhaustion. And once you see that exhaustion here from this point of control and proven resistance level, would be looking for this trading scenario right over here. Right, let's take a look at the comment section, see what the community is saying, what's going on, guys. Andy, yo, Market M, how are you doing? Yo, Bitcoin officially over. Is it now? Why is it officially over? Love you, Aditya. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. Bitcoin finished. We'll go down back to 19K. Maybe yes, maybe no. I mean, if we do take a look at the Bitcoin price here on the daily chart, it doesn't look great, guys. The Bitcoin chart on the daily does not look great. It does not look great, guys, because, you know, at the end, there was a little bit of hype, white swan event. You know, this is it. Banks, all the banks are moving to Bitcoin because, yeah, everybody's cashing out from the banks, because there are some banks that are, you know, getting bankrupt basically and failing, and everybody's buying Bitcoin, right? That's what we all would love to see, but apparently, you know, it's very unlikely the case. What we had here is a massive rejection on the daily from the $25,000 highs, which is the most important level for the end of this bear market. It looked pretty good yesterday. We were getting that momentum. There was some pretty nice volume. We need a big solid breakout here, a big daily candle close with a massive amount of volume, okay? Volume wasn't looking that bad, but we want some big price action above this level. But anyway, we're here to trade as well. I'm here to trade. It doesn't matter what Bitcoin does, really, for me on the higher time frames. I know Bitcoin will go up in the next coming years. I'm here to trade the market. I'm here to make some gains here daily. Right, Bitcoin to 22,880. Wow. There's another case scenario here. If Bitcoin were to go all the way up to, and let me just show you this chart over here. If Bitcoin were to go all the way up, and we can go to the 4-hourly time frame here, for example. If we were to get a move up here, I would be looking for shorts. I would be looking for shorts if we were to get a move up to 25.6, 25.8. If we were to get that move up here, I would be looking for shorts. There could be a possibility of a harmonic. I mean, the timing is not great for the moment. You got a large consolidation here, right there from yesterday, from this range, which would be exactly at that 7-8 point of control right there. This is just pure speculation. I'm not interested if this does happen in the next coming, couple of days, because this is probably not going to happen in the next coming minutes. But if it does go up there and gets a move like that, then I would consider looking for some shorts at the range there. Till that happens, of course, that's just pure speculation. What else, guys? What else can we find here on the chart? Lower time frames, I guess, is the best option here to find some live trading scenarios. But yeah, guys, where I do most of my trading. Where I'm in this short position from this failed breakout of this resistance. That is basically Bybit, guys. Bybit, the #1 trading platform that I use for my trading. I've been using it for over 3 years now, and it's absolutely phenomenal. You do have an insane bonus down below if you wish trading. I know a lot of people do use other exchanges, but my favorite one is Bybit. You get $30,000 worth of bonus, depending on what you deposit, of course. Not only by signing up, they're going to give you this bonus money to trade with. You need to, it all depends on how much you deposit, but there is bonuses for small depositors as well, okay? Check out Bybit, guys. It's my #1 trading platform. I do get supported from you signing up. It's another way for me to continue on YouTube. You don't want to sign up and just watch YouTube, and absolutely phenomenal. Just smash up that like button, guys, because we're over 500 people and there's hardly any like button, hardly any likes. So make sure to destroy the like button, because we give, free analysis, talk about major levels, and so far so good. If you did get into this short, stay defensive, but there's a high chance that we are going to come down here to test the value area low. Let's see. Maybe we get one more leg up here on the consolidation. Anyway, let's take a look at the comment section. Say hello to the community. Is this a good long, Andy? I don't know. No, we're at resistance basically. I'm talking about a short here on the live stream. Why would it be a good long? Respect the pump, says Joseph. I got into the exact same position, but closed the position 2 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah, we want to stay defensive. Stay defensive. But it is likely to get the move up. You might get one more. Might get a leg up here if it consolidates. You can re-enter again. But overall, that is the scenario. would be defensive. Right, we got a super chat here from Nazir. Nazir, give us a comment. If you are giving a super chat, make sure to leave a comment. Let's take a look at Game Gab here giving a super chat right away. Hi Andy, where would be your stop loss for volume strategy? Thanks, great. Stop loss for volume strategy, you want it basically at the last higher low or the last lower high, depending if you're shorting, right? So yeah, for the stop loss, it is relatively kind of simple, right? You want it at the last lower high. So if you're trending here aggressively to the downside, okay, you want it at the last lower high. In this case, it's a difficult one because you're basically consolidating here. You know, you're basically, this is actually bouncing at the level of the high volume and the consolidation. This one's a difficult one. You want it behind the highest volume, basically, right? Behind the highest volume candle. So if you have this movement down right there, you consolidate, you're looking for a lower high to place your stop loss. So for the retracement, all right, to get that bounce. But in this case, you're actually bouncing from the exact level of the consolidation. So you might think, oh my goodness, is my stop loss here? Well, obviously not, because you're basically looking for the retracement to this exact level. So you would be a bit too tight, right? You're actually looking for the rejection for this range. It would basically be behind the highest volume candle. So you got two high volume candles right over here. Obviously, it wouldn't be the first one with the wick. It would be the second one over here. So you're looking at behind the volume candle. Behind the volume candle. Or the last lower high if you do have a retracement. Right? So that would be it, basically. Let's take a look at the rest of the comment section. Do I have I'll really try and go through most of the comments, guys, but it's very, very hard. Very, very hard. Got in late but enjoying the stream. Thank you, Andy. MT, you're very welcome. Andy, now you think bottom is in as last macro lower high is broken? No, I'm sorry. This is absolutely crazy. I know, guys. I mean, I might be like one of those crazy guys on the internet saying the bottom is in, the bottom is not in, the bottom is in, the bottom is not in. But if we do zoom out, guys, does this bring any confidence for a successful breakout? Do you feel confident about this breakout on the daily chart? I don't feel confident yet from this breakout. I want to see a big solid breakout with very high volume. Okay, the volume wasn't too bad, but the price action was just not good. We needed a much higher level, basically, and we wanted to close a daily candle at 26.5, right, or 27k, and then you would have said, hey, this is a pretty solid breakout. But with this rejection, yeah, it doesn't. I don't feel confident of this being a successful breakout above the last bear market lower high. So yeah, till we do not have a solid breakout above 25k, the bottom is not in for me. So yeah. How do you recognize point of control? Point of control is from volume profile or from fixed volume range. When you are trading from a massive range, you have a level where the highest volume has been traded at. In this case, from this volume range between yesterday and today is exactly at 24,756. I'm betting more on claiming the highs again, says Mystic TA. It's very possible. Very, very possible. I mean, this claim of the highs, when we take a look at the 1 hourly time frame or the 15-minute, for example, yeah, basically, I mean, we haven't retraced a huge amount, right? So if we take a look at Fibonacci from the highs to the lows, to the pivot low from yesterday, we almost hit the 50% Fibonacci, right? It's a reasonable retracement, not going to lie. It's a reasonable retracement from a move, from a wave, right? 50%, almost hitting 50%. Obviously 618 even better. But when you have claimed the highs from a consolidation, so you got this right over here on the chart, right? Bang, bang, bang. You know, you got two spikes right there. You're looking for this high to potentially be claimed at some point, and this low also. When you have claimed already this high with this price action, but with this price action you haven't claimed the low, I think that, you know, there is the high probability that you can come and claim the low, as this high has been claimed already. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to claim it and you're going to, you know, 100% break down. This is why this level will be very, very interesting as well, to see how the price action claims this zone, because this zone not only has this low over here, it has these lows over here at the same level, and it could be a really nice liquidity grab. So depending on of how the market reacts at that level, you could get a double bottom, massive double bottom scenario, and get a massive pump to claim these highs again, right? So, you know, till that happens, then this is, till that happens, we just do not know what is going to happen. You know, this is why, you know, I'm not going to predict that we are going to go to 28,000 by next week, or we actually going to go all the way down to $22,000, because I don't really know. Whoever thinks that he knows, then, you know, we can look at the probability scenarios, and the probability scenarios of getting a higher corrective wave here is very, very likely. So I could say that, it's highly more probable that we are going to claim the below $24,000 than actually, you know, getting up to the highs here. Again, I think it's likely to get, you know, kind of a liquidity grab, a larger correction, ABC kind of correction here, before seeing any possibility of trying and attempt to break the highs again. It needs a cool off. We've gone up too fast. This has just happened in a matter of 3 days, right? Going from $20,000 all the way up to $26,000 in 3 days. So that's a massive pump without any large correction, right? So we just want to be aware of the possibility of these lows right there being claimed at some point. If that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. Anyway, day looking exhausted. It does a little bit. It does look a little bit exhausted. We're kind of rolling down here a little bit with that volatility that we've had today. What about that daily swing failure? Would you trade it with a swing short, Andy? The daily swing failure from this, I mean, like I said, I'm more concentrated in day trading and scalping, much more at the moment. It's where I'm making my almost daily gains, okay? Because if I need to wait for a high probability swing trade entry, I would say it might happen today, it might happen tomorrow. You know, till that happens, I will enter some trades today, you know. But yeah, basically failed breakout on the daily, you know, from this movement up that we've had yesterday, you know, from the pivot high to the pivot low. If we do manage to retrace the 618 range, 78 maybe, you know, or depending on what kind of consolidation we do have here, I would be looking for a swing trade here, at least to claim all of these lows that we have created. So you're looking basically at least for this kind of trade, right? Where you do have you're entering in between 61878, depending on what kind of price action you're having. You're having a stop loss, of course, above the wick, and you're at least aiming for all of these lows to be taken, right? You're looking for that much larger correction, either it be this, right, or this. You might not even go up there, but I do not want to enter a short trade here for a swing trade. I'm just level to level trading, right? If you did manage to get into this short position, I would consider getting into into taking profit, basically, right? Yeah, you're hitting profits. Only trade talked about on this live stream for a scalping scenario. There you have it, guys. There you have it. You're getting rejected from the point of control. The volume is the power of the volume is moving down. You're rejecting from a major support level. There you have it. So yeah, like I said, we might be claiming the highs again, the point of control, after testing the value area low. We might be going to the value area high. We might double bottom. So obviously for a swing trade, this is not a good end short position for me for a swing trade, because I'm just going to go in negative. You could always add to your position, ladder into your position, but it's just not. It's not a great trade scenario for a swing trade for me. It's not a great short for a swing trade. But, I can talk about higher time frame scenarios, guys, and potential setups, but my thing at the moment is looking for those nice scalps and day trades, guys. Let me just take a look, because we just talked about this about 10 minutes ago. Okay, let me just quickly go here and find this scenario right away, guys, because it needs to be found. It needs to be found. There it is. There it is. There is the trading scenario, exactly when we're trading at 24,758, just about 15 minutes ago. We get this movement, guys. So you're basically losing almost $300 right now on this trading setup. Basically hitting your take profit right now, guys. You got a live trade set up. Scalping scenario talked about on the live stream. Just look at my face there. That is the scenario talked about. So whoever wanted a trading setup on a live stream, there you have it. You're welcome. So let's take a look at the super chat here right away. We've got a super chat here from T. Elatic. It says, hi Andy, could you check a parallel channel on the 4 hourly from 16K with an ABC formation? I shorted at 25,250. Nice, good job. Nice short. Looking for a B pullback at 19K. A B pullback. I say, could you check a parallel channel on the 4 hourly time frame? Right, let's take a look at this. Parallel channel on the 4 hourly time frame. Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a little bit more coordinations, but I mean, are you looking at something like this? Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a little bit. I shorted 25K, looking for a B pullback to 19K. I mean, 19K all the way down here. There is a possibility. I mean, we can also see this as a, we basically hit the kind of the resistance here. I think I've saw someone here talking about this, okay? Kind of a megaphone kind of pattern right there. Is there a possibility that we're going to run all the way down to the lows? That's 19K basically. I mean, absolutely yes, this could happen. But yeah, higher time frames. Give me a little bit more T elatic. Let me know some more coordinations in the comment section right away. So yeah, I'm Olympic asking me, why didn't you enter? I'm in a short position already, so it doesn't matter. I don't care missing trades on a live stream. It just doesn't. There's trading opportunities every day. When you're scalping and you're day trading, there's levels every single day. So it doesn't matter. I'm already in a short position, taking profits from a short. It doesn't matter. I don't get emotional by missing a trade, because I know there's another one round the corner, and I don't rush into trades because I know there's another one round the corner, right? So, but yeah, oh my goodness, I mean, look at that. Then you're getting that big fat bounce from the value area low again. So you know the deal. If this is a take profit zone, it's a take profit zone. Take those profits from the short position right away. Hey, I'm not saying that this is if you are 100x, I mean, you don't want a market order, and you don't want to get all of the profits as well with a market order. But you tell me, if you 100x from this level all the way down here, that's a 1% move. You're making 100% gains. Obviously, no financial advice. It's all up to you. When you're scalping and you're day trading and you're looking for these trading setups, you want to maybe use a little bit more leverage, or use more capital and low leverage, right? But there you have it, guys. This is it. When you're looking for a setup, that is the setup of today on the live stream. Checking out volume, checking out the levels, checking out, the highest probability scenario. You're in validation point here above the point of control, and you're looking for the profits at 24,460. What can I say? There it is, guys. And this should be enough. I'm happy with, if I would have traded this, I would have probably said, hey, that's enough for my trading today. I know tomorrow's another day. Who got into this short position? Let me know in the comment section. And I'm not incentive people to get into trading scenarios, but I don't know, just asking. More leverage for an average trader is a great recipe for liquidations. Hey, but you need a risk, right? You need to have invalidation points as well, accept some losses. But when you get into high probability trade scenarios, you're gonna have more trades winners than losses, and that's how you play the market. Get into high probability trade scenarios, you'll be winning 8 trades out of 10. So, short since 25.2, absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I'm short since 25 because of the failed breakout, right? This was more of a day trade because I knew, right, we can get this out of the way right now because we're not going to talk about that trading setup. This is old news. Let's just forget about it and take a look at some different scenarios now. But, I mean, hey, what can I say? What can I say? When we're taking a look at high probability trading scenarios with entries, with stop losses and take profits, you got it right over here, guys. Right over here, less than 20 minutes ago. So let's talk about this shorting scenario. When we create a failed breakout, it's very difficult to get into this wick over here because this could skyrocket to the upside, right? Let's go back to the educational. Got someone here shorting from 25.2. So you basically, unless you shorted from this range, you are telling me that you shorted the exact top from this level over here. Well, I gotta say that was a really good short, but maybe it wasn't. I mean, when I try to short a pump, I have really tight stop losses just to accept the loss, because what could happen here when you're breaking out from a range, you could just break through massively with a huge amount of volume, right? It's just like trying to get into a short position right over here, right? Just when you got a high, you're thinking, this high or this move up, you're thinking this is going to fail to break out. I'm jumping into a short because we're not breaking 25k today. You're exposed to this movement. You need to have like the movement up from pivot highs. You need to have the movement up and get rejected. Then you could consider entering into a short on the bounce. At least for me, getting into pumps into a resistance or dumps into a support, till you do not see that small consolidation or the reaction or the rejection, it's very hard. You're getting exposure to a massive liquidation, or unless you have very good risk management, you could always enter those trades with a 10% loss, with a 10% stop loss, right? Kind of thing. So yeah. Anyway, alts are getting decimated. Don't tell me that. Oh no. Yeah. I took the trade, says Umut. Hey, phenomenal. I got the course, and the best thing I have learned so far is that volume trading strategy, pure golden knowledge that is yet to fail me. Hey, Abe, absolutely. Hey, it's got to be the easiest and most profitable strategy that there is out there. Not gonna lie, it's one of my best strategies anyway. I don't see many people, from courses that I've done, guys, and I've done courses from all sorts. I've done courses, you name me someone and I've said, yeah, I've done his course. I've done courses from a lot of people. And I learned volume strategy from a Spanish trader in 2017. So, yeah, I mean, not many people explain this volume strategy, and it's extremely simple and effective, especially on Bitcoin. I haven't tested it. I haven't tested it much on altcoins, but it is very, very good on. It's very good on Bitcoin. We've seen multiple examples. We see examples every single day, and the higher the volume is, and the higher the breakout is, and it bounces to a high volume range, the better. And of course, like I said, like always, and I also say this on the course, we want to stay aware of volume from news. Okay, volume from news are not going to play out the same, because they probably won't get bounces. They probably won't get rejection points. Volume news. This was exactly at 1:30 when we had the PPI news. They do not follow the technicals a lot of the time. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't, and this is where your probabilities go down. Your probabilities go down when you're trying to get into some setups or patterns during a news event, because this is what you get a pump and a dump back to the low. So you just a little tip there, guys, because it will save you from many losses. Had to be said, and it was said. I got someone here in the comment section saying, should we re-enter at the point of control? My easiest answer is no, because this could be a double bottom, and what you're going to do is going to break the neckline, point of control from the double bottom, and you're going to have this kind of scenario. It's possible. It's possible you have tested the lows and you failed to break down. So the possibility of this happening is very, very possible. You know what would be the highest probability trade scenario here, guys? And I can tell you already what I have drawn here on the chart. That is the highest probability trade scenario that I do see here. Getting a volume break up from this daily level point of control range, right? From this volume, from this traded range right there. Let me zoom out a little bit. Well, yeah, you're basically looking for something like that, right? Whether you retrace to the daily, retrace to the point of control. You know, either this or either this. Obviously, you want high volume on that movement up. If you get above the point of control again, you are likely to potentially test these highs again. And where you want to get into that confirmation, when you want to get into this potential trade, if it does happen, you know, you're looking for that high probability scenario would be after the breakout in the retracement. That's this is why, you know, when I get people asking me, hey, why didn't you get into this trading scenario? It doesn't matter, because I know around the corner there is another trading setup. So yeah. Why we didn't long the double bottom? Well, what would have been nice would have been actually claiming the low, right? That would have been a better scenario for I don't usually trade double tops or double bottoms, only if we have a failed breakout and we've tested the levels. Only like when we've tested the lows, right? When we've tested the lows, then, you know, for me it's better, because then I can have a stop loss below the lows. For me it's better for a double bottom after testing the lows. In this case, the lows were not tested. So, but even though we can see double bottoms with a higher low, double tops with a lower low, but there's a higher probability when you've tested the low range and you get acceptance back above it. Then you have higher probability to get back up to that neckline level, right? So yeah, just gives you higher probability when you've tested a high or tested a low and you fail to break it. It gives you higher probability to turn around. How do you get the fixed price range with TradingView Pro? Genius makes sense. Well, yeah, hopefully it does. Not a genius, just spent many hours in front of the charts and done multiple courses and read many books, and it's just probabilities. Ethereum dumping because of BTC dominance. So I guess Bitcoin dominance is going up, and that is making the price of Ethereum go down. Begin the premium group, says Ajania. Yeah, it's going to be launched before the end of March. I promise. Yeah, a lot of people are asking for that, the premium group, where I am going to share my trades and analysis. I'm not, I don't mind doing it, but I'm basically doing it so you can guys get into the hang of getting into trade scenarios, right? And accepting stop loss as well. I do get stopped out as well, guys. So, but yeah. Please check if we are having weekly diamond pattern. I think so. Okay, let's take a look at this from Guadeep. Sorry about that, missed your comment. So Mystic TA, potato. Let's take a look at dropping again. Yeah, like I said, when I'm taking a look at higher time frames, and I'm not the best at doing an analysis on higher time frames, but I would assume as the highs have been taken from this range, we are likely to claim the lows, which is below $24,000. That would be my higher time frame guess here. Despite whatever happens here in this range, whether we do come to 24.7.8 again, I would guess that with the analysis that these lows are going to be claimed. Whether it breaks massively to the downside and we go to 20k, or we claim them and create a failed breakout, and an exhaustion for a big bounce. But that is the likeliest scenario if you're looking for a higher time frame move. This is why the option of, apart from day trading, from scalping, I made a day trade here, short position, expecting if we have claimed these highs and haven't broke them with this movement, if I get into a short position here with, very, very high, close to my stop loss, I am assuming that we are likely to come back down and claim these low ranges, right? So any kind of movement like this to 24.2 to 24, which is basically kind of about to happen, right? So yeah, now we've claimed the low. Would be nice to see a consolidation here on the 1 minute time frame and see if we are going to consolidate and create a bounce from this range, which is the value area low. Yeah, we're not convinced. When we've been trading in the range for so long, you're looking for a spike at some point, right? Just like what happened here. You're in such a long time here, several hours, in a range that you're looking either the highs to be claimed or the lows to be claimed. So the highs have been claimed. Next step is the lows to be claimed, right? Green Stimmy, Andy is lying. He doesn't get stopped out. He's the GOAT. Absolutely not. I do get stopped out, guys, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm sorry to say. If you're disappointed about that, it is the truth. But we try and get stopped out. Not many times. We're very defensive, protect position, right? When this trade was playing out and we were coming down to the low, I was saying, hey, protect position, protect position. If it comes back up again and claims these highs and fails to break out, you will have time to get into another short. And this is what I want to explain to a lot of people. It has happened to me before in the past. My first years of trading, right? I missed the opportunity. I need to get into a trade now. I'll rush in now. No, it doesn't matter. There's another trade around the corner, and play defensive trading, because, hey, you claim this high again, it might blast through the level. But if it hits it and has a reaction on the lower time frames and it consolidates, you will have time to get back into that trade. It doesn't matter. So I get stopped out at break even a lot of the times as well. It is what it is. But at least it's not in a loss. So yeah. Yeah, guys. DXY mooning. Yeah, there's a situation here with the DXY. And we've been predicting very well what would happen with DXY. I was bullish on the DXY at the 101 level, 102, guys. I know a lot of people will remember, old subscribers will remember this large consolidation, and I was saying, hey, this downtrend is bullish. Very much, expected this to be a fake out as well. If you do take a look at that live stream from that day, very much expecting, hey, this is potentially going to get rejected and come back in the downtrend. But here, after claiming this low, we were ready for this pump. And I'm still saying that these highs at 107 and on the DXY is likely to be hit in the next coming weeks. Of course, this is a high time frame analysis. Rejection here from this level also very much expected, and a bounce from this value area low from December, right? We got the entire December here with a nice large consolidation where we got supported and rejected. We were bouncing. I'm already expecting this high to be claimed. DXY gets a bit of bullish momentum here in the next coming days. we could assume that Bitcoin is going to get a hit, guys. And unfortunately, you know, if that does happen, yeah, what we're going to do about it? It is what it is. Right, guys, not much to be said. Andy, I'm in a 50x long right now. Okay, stay cautious, stay defensive. Is that because this momentum did not break the lows here? Oh my goodness, stay cautious, stay cautious. Yeah, I mean, a first bounce is fine. Double bottom, you're hitting it right now and you want to break it. It's not the best longing scenario. It's not the best longing scenario. When you got a test, and a test, you're losing probabilities. I mean, look at this. This does look like a big fat descending triangle, okay? Stay extremely cautious with any longs. You're making lower highs aggressively here. Stay cautious. You know, 50x long. I don't know where would your invalidation be, because I'm looking for this low to be claimed. You know, if you put a stop loss here, you're basically going to get stopped out with high probability. Stay cautious. Stay cautious. The short scenario was this one right over here at the beginning of the stream. That was a high probability scenario. Not a bit difficult, but it was still highly probable. That was the high probability trade scenario. Stay cautious. I'm out already. Basketballs. Yeah. You're looking for a move down here. If you're trying to long, you know, look at the structure here. Look at the structure. This is extremely bearish. You have a stop loss here at 24.2 or something like that, or 24.250. This is a stop hunt event that might happen in the next coming minutes. Hey, it might bounce. I'm not, you know, we might bounce and then say, hey, I'm wrong. But, you know, when you're looking at these massive lower highs like this, and a support level just about to get broken here, not looking great here for a bounce, in my personal opinion. I wouldn't long it. I wouldn't short it. It's not a high probability range. Hit the like, says Oriel. Thank you very much. There is no trade now, dude, says Laurel. Yeah, no trade now. The trade was before. You know, I'm looking for the lows to be claimed. Can we get a bounce from here and come to the highs? Oof. I mean, it could. Of course it can, but I don't like it. I don't like it. This does not look great. This price action just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Still though, it is support. Still though, it is the value area low from this trading range. Yeah, you know, it could bounce or it could break it. You know, the more times we hit it with these aggressive lower highs, the more chance it is that it's just gonna, you know, do something like that. Yeah, the reaction was bad reading that. You know, I'm in a 50x long. Oof. Stay cautious. This is not a high probability long scenario, in my opinion. No. Hey, it was roasting hot in Valencia Beach. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, it's getting, temperature's getting warm. It's getting warm. Longs getting absorbed. Yeah, stay cautious. Stay cautious. Stay cautious. I mean, just by looking at this, I can already tell you that there's a higher probability in doing this than doing this, right? There's a higher probability in getting a dumpy action to claim these lows at this current moment. DXY being flying for 8 hours, not good. Yeah, also, we got DXY gaining momentum. So yeah. Hey, bro, you're looking tired a bit. Are you feeling okay? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really good. Yeah, tired, maybe. Not that tired. Need another coffee, maybe. More like a gamble long. Yeah, these are not... It's not a... For me, it's not a high probability trading range. It just doesn't look good, guys. When we look at the price action for the last few hours, you're testing a low, testing a low, testing a low, and it's just rolling down, right? Could it get a massive spike up? I mean, it could. I just don't. For me, it's no trade. If I don't see high probability, I don't trade. I'm going short 50x, says Satish. I think there's more probability in gaining in a short position. The problem with a short is, where do you place your stop loss here? Above the last little high, which is here? Yeah, I mean, yeah, guys, I don't want to get my head mixed up, but I don't see any high probability trade here. Try time to humble the moon, boys. Yeah, very much. I was a bit of a moon boy yesterday on yesterday's video. I got to accept it. I was like, white swan event, here we go, Bitcoin to $28,000. But when you wake up to this morning, with a massive rejection, you're like, come on, really? You disappoint me, Bitcoin. You disappoint me, and we're probably gonna have a massive correction in the coming weeks because of this rejection at the highs. Bitcoin, come on. Long from the weekly level with tight stop loss. The weekly level has been hit already, and that was a good long as you consolidated on the first touch of this low. So that was a good long position. You come back down to this level again, you could fail to break down. I would wait for a movement down and a wick, guys. I would wait for wait to see how it reacts, right? So wait to see how this low is going to be hit. You wick on it and you have a small consolidation similar to this one right over here. Then maybe it's a good long. After claiming this low and the weekly. Yeah. Right. We had a big move up. You generally be patient. Yes, sir. Don't want to Ethereum. Shall we take a look at Ethereum? Why did the altcoins drop so much? Well, of course, my blind guess here would be Bitcoin dominance is exploding. And there we have it. Altcoins are getting absolutely destroyed, as during the last 2 days, we have the Bitcoin dominance absolutely exploding. So this is the main reason why. Bitcoin dominance going from 43% to 45, maybe 46% in the next coming hours. That is a 3% move in dominance. Do you know how many billions a 3% move in just a few days? Sorry, not. Oh, it's actually a more. It's a 3%. It's a 3% move in the dominance, but on the actual move, it's a 6% move. But anyway, we need to count the dominance. You're not going to get confused here. So basically, 3% dominance, 3% out of a market cap of 478 billion. And you do the math, guys. Give me a hand here in the comment section. How much is 3%? I mean, it's easy just by looking at the total crypto market cap, right? Total 2. Oh yeah, well, I mean, we have the, there we have it. So from 600 billion that we were here just a couple of days ago, and that is actually 24 hours ago from now, the altcoin market has gone from 600 billion to 560 billion, guys. The altcoin market has lost $40 billion. That's with a B. Billions and billions and billions and billions. And billions and billions. 13 billion. Okay, well then I got the math wrong here. But yeah, it's just as easy as going to the total 2. So that's total crypto market capitalization excluding Bitcoin. Yeah, 40 billion has moved away from altcoins, and apparently about 12-13 billion from that move has gone to Bitcoin. So we got a lot of billions leaving the altcoin market. Unfortunately, that's not great. And quite a many billions from there, that 40 billion are going into Bitcoin, which is about 12-13 billion. I can see here from our math teachers in the community. No, Bitcoin, guys, I told you this was a risky long. This was a risky long. We were likely to claim these lows with high probability in the next coming minutes. So yeah, shorting was highly more probable. Got someone did say I'm 50x shorting. It's maybe a good time to take profits because you could wick back up here. But even though this doesn't look like it wants to stop. So next stop, we got the lows here at 24k. Whoever's in a short position from here or from here still, you probably could have holded some of that short position from 24,750 from the beginning of the live stream today. We're talking about high probability scenarios as well on the chart. And what we do here when we're talking about these scenarios, and listen out. Bitcoin, come on. Hang on a second. Just talking about the high probability scenarios. Absorbed. Yeah, stay cautious. I mean, just by looking at this, I can already tell you that there's a higher probability in doing this than doing this, right? So there's a higher probability in the market actually taking a dump in claiming these lows than actually moving up from this range. So yeah, Andy, now we own the weekly. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the thing. I got someone also in the comment section. Was this a good bounce from the weekly? Well, obviously my quick answer was no. We have claimed the weekly already here. How many times do you want to bounce from the weekly? You could bounce once, you could bounce twice. But when you have this price action scenario, when these highs have been claimed, you are looking for these lows to be claimed afterwards. Now I would be looking for longs potentially, but I want to see a rapid move up here. I want to see a rapid recovery. I'm not going to rush into a long. I'm not going to long this price action right now because I'm very much aware that we could claim this low. But I want to see a recovery right there. We have a recovery. Yeah, I'll have time in the next coming hours to jump into a long. Don't worry about that. We don't just want to wait. Patience is key. Wait for a sign of strength. Wait for acceptance back above 24,300, 24,400. Close my short, says Satish. Yeah, we got actually Satish saying that I'm jumping into a short scenario. This was not a shorting trade, right? It was just it was a high probability move to happen. It wasn't a shorting trade, but because I don't know where to place my stop loss, I'm not going to enter a short here, even though I know we are likely to move down. I need to have invalidation points, and with this move, you know, it was very, very hard to get into a trade. Do you use CVD divergence at all? I got exo charts, you know, and I've got, you know, many. I do use footprints sometimes, but not much. I gotta say, not much. Do you think during the live stream I was using any of those software programs to predict these movements? Right? These are just liquidity. It's knowing how to read the aggressive selling pressure. And what about this, you know, trade scenario from today? We are only using the tools that we've been using on the live stream, right? We've only been using the tools on the live stream. I'm reading the comment section. I don't have any. I'm not sharing any other indicators, tools, software platforms to say there is massive liquidity here. Look at this. Look at that. I just know how the chart moves, guys, and I'm trying to share it here on the chart. But yeah, I mean, it does help. It does help. I'm not going to say it doesn't. Of course, it does help. Of course, CVD divergence and footprint, and you know, all of the, you know, different open interest as well to see if the trend is strong. All that is good, but for my trading, I do not need it. When you don't need something when you're trading, I just don't. I get it out of the chart because for me it's just a bunch of noise. Okay, so we've got some bullish CVD building. Okay, so this bullish CVD divergence as splash fire, which is good, I guess. So yeah, I mean the deal here with the potential bullish CVD divergence forming is yeah, I don't really care. I need the price action to get above these lows and consolidate, right? You're probably just hitting the level and getting rejected at the moment. So yeah, you're basically just getting rejected from that low pivot right there. So you got the low pivot here, the weekly that's just getting violated at the moment. Lows potentially to be claimed here from this drop, unless you know, we get this kind of price action. If we get a nice leg up here above 24.3, 24.4, I would consider that we are actually going to hold the range and get a bounce and come to higher levels, to the point of control, for example, from this traded range. Very, very possible, but I need to see that price action getting back inside of the range. If I don't see it getting back in the range in the next coming hours, I know that we are likely going to claim this low over here below $24,000. Not much to be said on that. So yeah. When you lose a few K, you'll get better at this, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. When is a failed breakout invalidated? When it good question. When it comes back to the lows. So if you get back inside of a range, right, it's invalidated when it breaks the lows. You know, lows that have been created, and you get back inside of a range above a high, and you get into a trade, your stop loss is below there. That is when it gets invalidated, when it loses the low. That would be my easy, simple answer on that. Guys, I'm not sure, guys. Let me know in the comment section, what platform do you guys trade on? Because I do trade on Bybit. It's my number one. I've been trading it on Bybit for over 3 years. Do you think it's time to change from Bybit to another exchange? Or, you know, what is your favorite one, and tell me why? You know, my favorite one has been Bybit. I've tried Binance, I've tried BitGet, I've tried Margex as well. Smallish platform, but it does, you know, I've been talking about it on the channel. I have tried it. It's not bad. But my favorite one is Bybit, guys. And if you haven't signed up for Bybit already, you have an insane bonus down below, okay? You know, I've been using it for over 3 years now. And of course, I do get a small commission, but you get the best bonus that there is available. And it's another way to support the channel. If I do see, you know, traffic coming into Bybit through my link, I will continue with live streams, with potential setups, with risk management, with educational content as well. You know, because it is another income, right? We got to be transparent on this. Yes, I'm successful trading, but you know, does that mean I cannot use affiliate links? Yeah, well, why not? You know, this is time that I'm using on YouTube for you guys, basically. No one does anything for free, right? So anyway, if not, just, you know, a nice little gesture would be smashing up the like button, okay? We're over 500 people. We're getting 278 guys. You know, what else do you want? What else do you want? We got educational here. I'm reading the comment sections. We're talking about high probability scenarios. You know, we're talking about a setup here with stop loss, with take profit. We're talking about the highest probability move here on a potential liquidity grab below this level happening right now. We're getting acceptance above the range. Now this is getting interesting because potentially we are not going to come and claim the lows here, and we could get a big fat bounce to the point of control. Come on, guys, it's just pure education, and I just need a smash up the like button, okay? Bybit, BitGet, Bybit because I can see my fees unlike other exchanges, says Mohammed. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so yeah, there's a 200 MA and a 50 MA cross in the 4 hourly. Any thoughts, Andy? You know, it seems like you haven't been here long enough, but you will never see me probably for a high time frame 200 weekly moving average on the logarithmic chart, you know, just to talk about something and get a hyped up video. But you're never going to see me with moving averages on the chart, ever, never gonna see me with one single moving average on the chart. Not the 50, not the 21, not the 60, not the 81. Never ever. So I cannot give you my opinion, unfortunately, on moving averages because I don't know. You know what? We're gonna talk about, oh crap, hang on a second. I'm going to make my own moving average right now on the live stream. It might be an absolute killing indicator. Let's get this out of the way. The 40 daily moving average. Because we rejected here. And we rejected right over here. So I think that the 40 daily moving average right now might be providing support right over here. Only kidding, guys. Don't use the moving average because I can't trade based on it, and I can't get good risk to reward and good risk management trades out of moving averages. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Andy's moving average, moving at 40-day moving average. So Yeah, Andy's not using any MA, RSI, MACD, etc. Yeah, I don't use volume. I like volume a lot. Volume profile, volume indicator, the simple volume indicator with an exchange that has high volume, such as Bybit. It's just as easy as going as. I don't like Binance because Binance is calculated by TradingView when you look at it on the chart. And I used to use it, but it's not the way to go. So when I go here to exchanges and I go to derivatives exchanges, Binance, when I take a look at it on TradingView, it is calculated by TradingView. So yeah, I'm not using that. And what we got here, Deepcoin, Deepcoin derivatives exchange. I personally haven't used this. Bitmart futures. Well, Bitmart is a bit. I mean, no hate on them, but I've heard some shady stuff on Bitmart. Look at the open interest. Look at this chart. Massive spike up and down. There's some shady movements on Bitmart. Then, of course, you got Bybit, which is the 4th largest exchange with $21 billion in 24-hour volume currently. Open interest is 3.3 billion. There's a lot of liquidity on Bybit. This is why I thoroughly trust Bybit. I've been using them for 3 years. But yeah, I mean, this is why it's important if you're using BitGet futures. I'm not sure if I guess they are legit with the volume. I've heard some people that some people saying that they do not use real volume. But anyway, I'm not anyone to say that. I'm not sure if that is true. I haven't done my research on it. But Bybit, I know it is, and it's the 4th largest derivatives exchange. So I use Bybit, on USDT or Bybit or US dollar pair to analyze these volume spikes, right? Because I know they're real volume. I know there's potentially, $1 billion or $2 billion, right, in a movement like this with high spikes. This is why Bybit is my favorite. Wash trading. Yeah. I don't want to FUD any BitGet is better than Bybit, I'm sure. Why would it be better? Bitmart eats your money. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't want to, I've heard some shady stuff from Bitmart, also from BitGet. But anyway, I'm not saying I don't want to FUD the exchanges. I'm sure they do really good. I'm sure Binance is great as well for futures. I'm just happy with Bybit, of course. Binance and Bybit are pretty similar though. Yeah. Bitmart eats your money here, someone says. Thank you for your live stream. Been learning a lot, says Chavis. You're very welcome. Yeah, so yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Not much to be said. Father Time, thanks for joining the live stream. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining. Smash up the like button. You know the deal. You got an insane bonus that can be claimed on Bybit. Okay, another way to support the channel. Another way to support the channel is smashing the like button, guys. But you got that Bybit link in the pinned comment or description. It's my #1 trading platform. There's bonuses to be claimed, of course, at the rewards hub once you sign up with a link. And if you want me to continue with YouTube, it's another way to support. We're looking for these setups. We're having a chill live stream, looking at the comment section, talking about probabilities. So smash it up, guys. Next setup for me would be, hey, this doesn't look bad. This doesn't look bad. We need to get acceptance back above this value area low range. I mean, it's pretty low. We've had a fake out here. We've claimed the lows. Volume to the downside was not huge. It is, well, it's higher than the rest of them, of course. So we want to be aware. It's going to be difficult to get acceptance here. Best scenario here would be letting the price action get in the range, okay? Let it do its thing, because there will be time to get into a long at a higher low, right? But for the moment, we're still at a very low range, okay? Wait till it gets up there, I didn't short here. I'm in a short position right now on Bybit, like I shared here. exactly at $25,000, slightly above 25,020, right? As you can see here in this short. I did not short this wick here, guys. I shorted this price action. So just so you can understand, yeah, I mean, basically, I did not short this wick over here. I shorted this. So if I'm looking for a long position here, it's not going to be here. It's going to be here. Right? Just so you can get the idea. But I need that momentum to the upside. Hopefully that has been a nice brief explanation. Guys, going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much. If I didn't read your comment, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Probably I will read your comment on the next live stream. Guys, smash the like button if you've enjoyed this live stream. I've enjoyed it. Come on. Made a profitable trading setup. We've talked about high probability move for a liquidity grab below this low. Everything happening, mentioning on the live stream, talking about the potential next scenario if we do come back up the range. Yeah, guys, smash it up. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.